Hey everybody, Chris Shipley, Shipley Pest Solutions. Just kind of finishing up for the day and wanted to talk about fleas. We've been doing an influx here of fleas. We've had a handful come in here the last 2-3 weeks. And I think a lot of that has to do with this prolonged warm period that we've had here in northern Indiana. It hasn't froze yet. Next week, we're going to get very cold temperatures, below zero for daily highs. And so next week, that's all going to change. But yeah, we've just been getting a bunch. And predominantly in my experience, whenever I've dealt with fleas, whenever I've found we get these calls, it's probably 75% of the time, probably cats. It's those indoor-outdoor cats that are in and out. We do the dogs. People will call, and we have the dog issues as well. But I think dogs are just different because most people's dogs, I mean, they're sleeping on the couch or sleeping in beds with them, et cetera, et cetera. And so I just don't think you have the issues because you have a lot more awareness with dogs and dog owners than you do cats, because cats are going to go off and sleep and do their own thing 20 hours a day. And so the vast majority of it's cats, these indoor, outdoor, barn cats, things like that. And so I think, again, this prolonged warm period has just, those fleas can still actively move and actively feed as those animals are coming and going. You know, the cold nights, so the cats will come in on the porch or in the garage or in the shop, and then during the day they get let back out, and those fleas can still feed because we just haven't had a hard freeze yet. And so that's all going to change next week. But the most important thing when it comes to flea prevention and tick, first and foremost, is getting your pets on a program. So getting them on a medication that is going to constantly have that pesticide, that product in them. So whenever a flea and or tick bites them, they'll consume that and ingest that product, and that's how they'll die. We always stress that to people. You know, is your pet on a program? If not, they need to be. You know, I can do the best job in the world. We can come, we can spray, we can treat the house, garage, barn, whatever. We can get rid of them. However, if those pets are not on a program, you will continue to have problems. Fleas can bite humans. But for the most part, they can't really take a big enough blood meal, you know, and those females are going to need that blood meal to reproduce. And so predominantly it's going to be those animals, you know, that fur that they can bury down into and take hold and bite on those animals. But yeah, just had an influx of them here past few weeks. And so again, I think that's just because the weather, it stayed warmer. It hasn't hard froze yet. Normally it's hard froze, and the flea calls stop basically November, maybe late November, but still going. So just some tips and tricks. If you're ever dealing with fleas, use like an off mosquito spray or repellent. Spray yourself from the knees down or so, and that will keep them off of you. So if you're in an area that has fleas, you could use that to at least temporarily help with the situation, be done with the situation, get in and out, and then get them off. When you find them on your pant cuff or on something, you always want to snap your fingers. So you're always going to want to snap your fingers because their bodies are flat. They're meant to protect against pinching. And so when you snap your fingers, you actually twist. And so that's the best way to deal with them, in my opinion. But yeah, just I think the freeze is going to change all that. But fleas, they're always an issue. We always deal with them. But they've gone on pretty long this year. So just some helpful tips. Have a good day.